Second, at the G20, Russia and China will both be sending their foreign ministers. Do you plan to talk to them one-on-one or talk to them in a group setting? And what do you plan to say to them about the Ukraine war?
Second part of the question first, no plans to see either at the G20, although I suspect that we'll certainly be in group sessions of one kind or another together.
What is your opinion about the role G20 can play this year in possibly bringing a resolution or some kind of negotiation and settlement to the Ukraine conflict?
We do hope from India, as G20 president this year, we do hope that India will play that same role, such as to make it possible to bring the international community to look at what's happening, to find the right responses, and always, always doing so whilst trying to bring people into line, everyone into line with international law. International law is the foundation of peace and stability across the world. India is committed to those principles. We're aware of that, and we count on India this year to continue the work that had been done last year by Indonesia.
Mr. Lavrov will also be there as a member of G20. Do you see an opportunity, perhaps, for a breakthrough and also moving forward, perhaps not during the meeting, but under India's presidency for G20, do you think that some kind of negotiation or breakthrough could be made in the Ukraine conflict?
G20 is an excellent forum to talk and to take common decisions on global issues. And of course, world peace is the most essential one. So it will be once again an excellent opportunity for all of us to defend the principles of the United Nations Charter, to defend the United Nations, and to show our total opposition to an illegal war of aggression. I'm sure that we will do it.
The presidency of India in G20 is an opportunity for India as an important country to demonstrate its leadership and to end this war in line with the demands formulated by the UN General Assembly resolution. It's in the hands of India, essentially, how to handle this.
So you mentioned about Russia-Ukraine conflict that has been dominating every capital. How do you see India's role as a chair of the G20 in terms of resolving this ongoing conflict in Europe?
G20 presidency, it's a huge opportunity for India, and we're very grateful for the way how you approach that. And the leadership in G20 is very important, and India shows that it is capable of that, and it's very logical.
India started to buy Russian oil. It didn't before the conflict aggravated itself last year in Ukraine. India could be, I think, a very good intermediary.
Russia is an official nuclear weapons state. It is officially allowed to have nuclear weapons, and Russia is a permanent member of the UN Security Council with a veto right. And that's why the salience of what Russia is doing in Ukraine is so high, and that's why I think then all other issues become secondary, because it goes to the very core of the international order.
I think today and tomorrow's G20 foreign ministers meeting is actually a pretty good opportunity, coming at a good time for the rest of the world to talk about important challenges, whether they stem from debt relief or climate change or health or the need to mobilize resources, many of the same agenda items that the finance ministers talked about several days ago. There's no question that great power competition has infected the G20, and as expected. So I would expect on that front continuing